Welcome back to the Nanny Affair. I really like the description for this one because it makes me laugh. It says, will you be able to face the consequences for your actions in the cold light of day? But it's like, what actions? Sam kissing Alessia? But it doesn't make sense. But I hope you enjoy this. The morning after. The morning after the gala. You stand in the kitchen, doing your best to pretend like it's just any other day. You pour yourself a fresh cup of coffee while Mason and Mickey eat their wheat germ oatmeal at the counter. Sorry, who eats wheat germ oatmeal? So weird. Sorry about your breakfast, boys, but it's the best I could do with Sophia's new guidelines. It might not be so bad if it comes with a side of bacon. I don't even think that would help. Besides, Aunt Sophia got rid of all our bacon, remember? Good morning. You try not to flush as Sam enters the room. Just the sound of her voice is enough to bring back the memory of last night flushing back. Right now, all I care about is you. Alessia, I want you, but I can't keep stopping myself. Alessia, are you alright? You shake yourself out of your reverie and turn to Sam. Yeah, I'm fine, just tired, thinking about last night, tired. I didn't get much sleep last night, hence the coffee. You raise your mug to prove your point. You watch her closely, trying to gauge her mood. We shouldn't have stayed at the gala for so long. I apologize for keeping you out late. I'm tired too. Can I have coffee? I don't think you'd like it, but it's pretty bitter. You glance at the boys, then back at Sam, dropping your voice to a whisper. Can we talk later? Sam stiffens, keeping her eyes glued on the boys. Yes, later. You note the emphasis on the word, but before you can respond, Sam grabs a cup of coffee and heads to her home office. You watch her retreating back, trying to ignore the pain in your heart. Damn, who let out emo Alessia? After breakfast, you help Mason and Mickey get ready for the day when Sam knocks on their bedroom door. I'm about to go into the office, but I wanted to talk to you first. Your heart stutters at Sam's declaration until you realize she's talking to the twins. Get it together, Alessia. Now is definitely not an appropriate time for us to discuss your passionate makeout sesh. Sam takes a seat, then clears her throat as Mason and Mickey put their arms around her. What's wrong, Mom? You look sad. I'm not sad. I just know you're not going to like what I have to say. Then you just gotta rip it off like a Band-Aid. Right, like a Band-Aid. Sam takes a deep breath. I have to go to Italy for a business trip as soon as possible. What? You're fleeing the country just like that? I wouldn't call it fleeing. Dalton Enterprises has been in negotiations for months, and after the Milan breach, well, my dad just doesn't trust anyone else to handle it. What about us? Aunt Sophia isn't staying here, is she? No, she'll be in Naples with me. But don't worry, you won't be alone. You'll have Alessia. You can feel Sam's gaze turn to you, but you're focused on the twins, trying to stay upbeat. Let's not overreact here. It's just a flight and some meetings, right? I bet your mom will be back before you know it. Actually, Depending on negotiations, I could be gone for a couple months. A couple months? But that's the rest of summer. Seriously, Sam, that's so long. Awfully convenient timing. So long. For the boys, I mean. My parents were often overseas for months at a time when I was younger. They'll survive. But don't you want them to do more than just survive? Be more chill activated. I'm not trying to let emotions cloud my judgment here. I don't have a choice in the matter. You always have a choice, Sam. The two of you share a big look. Can we at least come visit you while you're gone? Of course, buddy. I'm sure we can work something out. In the meantime, why doesn't Alessia take you two out for the day? I've got to prepare for my trip, but we'll have a special dinner tonight before I go. Promise. Sam stretches out her arms and pulls the boys close into a hug. She doesn't so much as glance at you before she leaves. Later that day, you trudge through the Natural History Museum with Mason and Mickey trying to lift their somber mood. Did you guys know that Tyrannosaurus comes from the Greek words for tyrant lizard? It could also eat as much as 500 pounds of meat in a single bite. That's actually kind of cool, but I'm really not in the mood for learning. I know, it's been a tough morning. Mom's never gone on a business trip like this before. It's not because we fight all the time, is it? Of course. No, I'm joking. No, definitely not. This trip has nothing to do with you. But it's easy to feel like that sometimes. Even I wonder if I'm the reason why your mom wants to suddenly leave town. Especially since I probably am. But you're like Mom's favorite person. Yeah, she loves you as much as we do. You two are sweet, but I'm not so sure. At least we have each other at the penthouse to ourselves. Friendship is forever. I'll be by your side day and night. By the time your mom gets home, you'll be sick of me. Not possible. Well, it's a little possible. You smile as Mason throws his arms around you, then pulls his brother into the hug too. Maybe we can brainstorm some sort of fun project to do while your mom's gone. That way we can surprise her when she gets back. Like a robot prototype? Sure, something like that. See, there's a silver lining to everything. Now we'd better head home so we're not late for dinner with your mom. You call up Carter, and soon he's driving the three of you back toward the penthouse. Did you boys have fun in the museum? Yeah, did you know Tyrannosaurus comes from the Greek words tyrant lizard? You smile to yourself as the twins excitedly tell Carter everything they learned. You pull out your phone to let Sam know you're on your way back. Heading back, ETA 20 minutes. You need us to pick up anything on our way, or do you have the special dinner all planned out? About that. Why am I not surprised? This is becoming your MO. What's that supposed to mean? You're a smart woman. Figure it out. Alessia. I'll take care of dinner for the boys' sake. But you'd better come up with an amazing apology dessert for them. Your phone keeps buzzing, but you ignore the texts and focus on Mason and Mickey. So, about dinner. But before you can elaborate, you spot a turn-off with several food trucks being set up. Maybe Sam's special dinner is a bust, but that doesn't mean I can't do something fun for them. Plus, they haven't had any good food in weeks, not with Sophia's health plan in full force. Alessia, what were you saying about dinner? Yes, Mr. Laurenti, do you need me to stop somewhere? No, it's alright. I'll just whip something up at home. I thought Mom was gonna do something special with us. She promised. She just texted that she's running late, so it'll have to be a special dessert instead. Dessert score! The boys go back to chattering away with Carter, and you sit back with a soft sigh. I wish I was as resilient as they are. Later that evening, after dinner, you're cleaning up the dishes as the boys make s'mores with Sam. This is the best dessert ever. Mom, my marshmallow's on fire. I got it. Sam quickly blows out the flame, then helps Mickey slide the marshmallow onto the graham cracker. Your heart aches a little at the picture-perfect family moment. I'm gonna head to my room now. But you haven't even had a s'more yet. I don't want to intrude on mother-son bonding time on your last night together. You wouldn't be intruding. Still, you should have some privacy. You give the boys goodnight hugs and leave before you change your mind. You plop onto your bed and stare at the ceiling, alone with your thoughts for the first time all day. Damn, she's been busy. You're not sure how much time has passed when you finally can't take it anymore. Is she really going on a business trip because of what happened last night? That's so unfair to Mason and Mickey. And me. I can't let her fly halfway across the world without talking to me first. You check the time to make sure the boys are ready in bed. You let your adrenaline push you forward as you leave your room to hunt down Sam. You find her in her home office, nursing a shallow glass of bourbon. She glances your way as you enter. I thought I might see you again tonight. Sam, we need to talk about us, about the boys, about us. Alessia. You clench your fists and keep going, ignoring the look on her face. You owe me this, Sam. Don't pretend like you don't. Sam nods. She doesn't say anything, but doesn't kick you out either. Taking that as a sign to continue, you take a deep breath. We kissed last night, Sam. I haven't forgotten. It feels like you want to. In fact, it feels like you're running halfway across the world because of it. Sam looks away and you feel your frustration raging through you. You're a lot of things, Sam, but I never took you for a coward. That gets her attention. Her eyes fall as she meets your gaze. A coward. You heard me. You don't back down. The two of you standing face to face, breathing hard. You could have found a way out of this trip, walked away last night. Sam lets out a humorless laugh. I wish that were true. Her expression softens as she reaches out to stroke your cheek. I've been trying to walk away from you since the moment we met, yet somehow I always end up back here. You step back out of her reach and cross your arms over your chest. That's not good enough, Sam. Let's get one thing straight here, Alessia. The timing of this trip may seem suspicious to you, but I don't want to go. I have to go. And every time I look at you, it's a reminder of what I'm leaving behind. Really? You want relief to have an escape? No, this is so much worse. Sam takes a deep breath, trying to get herself under control. You step away and look out the window, unsure what comes next. You twist to face her, so close that your breasts press together. Sam plants her hands behind you on the window. Sam, you should fire me now. Give in. Fire me now. Neither one of us has the strength to resist. Stopping cold turkey is the only answer. You go to Italy, conquer the business world, marry Sophia. I'll move out and find something else. We both walk away hands clean. Well, as clean as they can be. My hands aren't clean, Alessia. How can they be? When I think about you every time I touch myself, or when I want to murder the next woman who touches you. Then what's the end game here? What do you want? I want you, damn it. No, don't do it. You want to be brave, throw caution to the wind, give in to your desires, but you realise you're not a cheater. But you force yourself to take a deep breath and lean back. Sam. You say her name softly enough, and it's enough to break the spell. She takes a step back, then another. Damn it. I'm sorry, Alessia. I didn't mean to get carried away. It won't happen again. Bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. You're not sure that's what you want, but you're too confused to do more than nod. My flight leaves early. I'll be gone before you wake up. Oh, I see. I guess this is goodbye. The word feels woefully inadequate, but you don't know what else to say. You wrap your arms around yourself as you make your way towards the door. I shouldn't have dragged you into this mess. You deserve so much better than me. Sam's strained words make you pause in the doorway. You close your eyes, bracing yourself as you look back over your shoulder, certain this will be the last time you ever lay eyes on Sam Dalton. I can decide what I deserve for myself. You walk away without a backward glance. The next morning. You wake up at the crack of dawn despite barely getting a wink of sleep. You hear footsteps and hushed voices in the hallway, then silence. She's really gone. You restlessly toss and turn for another hour before you drag yourself out of bed to make the boys breakfast. Focus, Alessia. Sam Dalton is just a girl, nothing you can't get over. You trudged through the penthouse toward the kitchen, dreading the upcoming day with every step. But you stop short as you spot a very familiar face sitting in the kitchen. Sam. Sam, what are you doing here? I heard you leave this morning. I did a lot of thinking last night, but I didn't come to a conclusion in time to cancel my car earlier. What conclusion? That you were right. I was being a coward and running away from my problems. I sent Robin ahead and postponed my meetings to next week so I could do this right. I'm turning this business trip into a family vacation for all of us. Sam, what does that mean? What is family? You can't see, but I'm doing that in air quotes. You mean... Pack your bags, Alessia. You're coming with me to Italy. What does this mean, family? I mean... Oh, this woman gets more and more confusing every week. Do y'all even like Alessia with Sam? Do y'all think it's awful? Do any of y'all want to romance Robin? This family trip is probably going to be disastrous, but, well, we'll see how that turns out next week, won't we? Thanks for tuning in again. Stay frosty, puppies.